Have you ever felt like you're not as smart as people think you are? Maybe you doubt your own ideas, hesitate before speaking, or constantly feel like everyone else has things figured out better than you. But what if that feeling isn't proof that you're less intelligent? What if it's actually one of the signs that you're smarter than you think? Psychology has found something fascinating. Many highly intelligent people underestimate themselves, not because they lack ability, but because they see complexity where others see simplicity. So today, let's explore some subtle signs that you might be smarter than you realize, and chances are you've experienced more of these than you think. 1. You constantly question yourself. One of the most surprising signs of intelligence is self-doubt. People with lower awareness often assume they know everything, but people with higher cognitive ability tend to question their own thinking. They ask themselves things like, am I missing something? Is there another perspective? What if I'm wrong? This isn't insecurity, it's intellectual humility. The ability to recognize that knowledge is complex and always evolving. In fact, the more you learn, the more you realize how much you don't know. And that awareness, that's often a mark of real intelligence. 2. You overthink things. Overthinking gets a bad reputation, but in many cases, it's just your brain analyzing multiple possibilities at once. Highly intelligent minds simulate scenarios, consider consequences, and mentally test different outcomes before making decisions. Yes, it can feel exhausting at times, but it also shows a deep level of cognitive processing. Your brain isn't just reacting, it's exploring. 3. You're curious about everything. Another quiet sign of intelligence is curiosity. Smart people rarely feel satisfied with surface-level answers. They want to know why something works, how it connects, and what happens next. This curiosity shows up in simple ways. You fall into random research rabbit holes, you ask questions others never think about, and sometimes you're interested in completely unrelated topics. But that curiosity is actually your brain building connections. And those connections, that's where creativity and intelligence thrive. 4. You notice small details others miss. Have you ever pointed out something subtle and everyone else suddenly says, "Wait, how did you notice that?" Intelligent people often have strong pattern recognition. They pick up on tone shifts in conversations, small inconsistencies in stories, or patterns in behavior that others overlook. Your brain is constantly scanning for meaning, even when you're not consciously trying. 5. You feel like you haven't done enough. Ironically, many intelligent people feel like they're underachieving because their standards are higher. They see potential outcomes, imagine better solutions, and constantly feel like they could have done more. So instead of feeling proud, they feel like they still have a long way to go. But that drive to improve, that quiet dissatisfaction, is often what pushes intelligent people to grow. Here's the strange paradox of intelligence. The smartest people are often the ones who feel the least certain about themselves, not because they're incapable, but because they see the bigger picture. So if you find yourself questioning your ideas, analyzing everything, and constantly trying to understand the world a little deeper, there's a good chance you're smarter than you think. You just might not realize it yet.